Go ahead and let you give an open, and then we'll get to some questions. Go ahead.
Well, this is a great win for our team. Really proud of our players and our coaches. I think everybody really stepped up and, did a really, really good job today. I think the energy was good. The offense made a lot of explosive plays out there. Defense really played well. It's just a great team win. I can't really explain it. I mean, this is an unusual circumstance for me to be in, to be watching from afar, to see our team play from afar, win the game. They were excited after the game. They were very happy, that they could go out there and do a great job in this game, playing at home. Last home game for a lot of the seniors. I'm sure the players wanted to do a good job for them, and I'm really happy for our seniors and the great contribution that they've made, in their career here. And it's great for them to win the last game in Bryant-Denny Stadium. I think our coaching staff did a marvelous job today. They played the situations. We had a good plan. They stayed with the plan. They executed the plan. Sark did a nice job of managing things. I sat here and felt a little helpless, that I could see things and, yell at things and listen to Miss Terry cheer downstairs. It's a little different, but still feels good to win. So I'm happy for our fans who support us. I know this is a big game for a lot of the people who support us, and it's just a great win for us. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that we could learn from this game, lessons that we'll learn and grow from and get better. That's something that you always want to focus on this time of year, that your team continues to improve and get better, because, each game you play is a little more on the line. So it's really important that you can execute and play with consistency. And that's something that we'll have to strive for, in these next games that we have coming up here.
Okay, guys, like I said, if you want to ask questions, please use the raise your hand function. We will start with Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, Nick, just wondering, how many of those true in-game decisions did Steve have to make in his new role today?
I didn't think there was a lot. I didn't think there was a lot of those, real tough situations that came up. A couple times that, we made it on third down that we might have gone for it on fourth down. And but those decisions really didn't really come up. But I thought he was well prepared for, what he needed to do. And, I think he did a really good job.
Okay, we'll go to Brett Hudson with the Tuscaloosa News.
Yeah, Coach, how have you seen your pass rush grow and develop over the last few weeks to get to the point where they can affect Bo Nix like this?
Well, I think that our entire defense has kind of, improved and gelled, together as a unit. All 11 guys playing better. I think we play a little better in the back end and what we were playing in the beginning. I think we've got a little better pass rush. I think we're using more players, now, which I think, enhances everybody's opportunities to have a role and be able to go out there and contribute. So, we made a couple of mistakes in the secondary that could have been really costly. The guy drops the ball when he's 20 yards behind everybody, in the second quarter, which was a bust on defense. And, there was a couple others on third down that we needed to get off the field on and didn't because of a couple mental errors. But, Auburn does a really, really good job offensively. They use a lot of formations, a lot of motions. You really have to be on your toes in terms of how you adjust. And sometimes, for the most part, we did a really good job, but we made a couple errors that, helped them make some plays, especially on third down.
We'll go to Chris Walsh.
Which was tougher for you today, not being on the headset or not being there for the pregame ceremony with the seniors and their families?
Well, I think, that's a tough one. I think both are equally difficult to deal with when you're a coach and you have so much respect and admiration for this senior class and all that they've accomplished and all that they've done. But, this is one of the best classes of people, I think, that, we've ever had. Great leadership, really good character. They've inspired and impacted a lot of other guys on our team in a really positive way. I think they're all going to graduate So we're really proud of them for that. And I'm sure they're going to go on and be great ambassadors for the University of Alabama as well, and have success in life because of who they are. And hopefully some of the lessons that they learned while they were here will help them be more successful in life. But that was difficult. And then, not being there for the game. The Iron Bowl was such a great competitive venue that means so much to so many people. Man, it was really hard, especially the fact that I feel great. But I did what I could do to help prepare the team throughout the week. I was involved in everything that we could do, right up till 90 minutes before the game. And, then we just had to sit and watch from afar. So, but I think, the training and the discipline that you develop in people, carries over, whether you're there with them or not. I mean, no different than your kids. If you train your kids well and they make really good choices and decisions, you can trust them to go out and do it even when you're not around. So I think that speaks volumes for the character on our team and the leadership that we have that helps inspire everybody on the team to play with that kind of competitive character.
We'll go with Aaron Settles.
Nick, certainly Malachi Moore is not a finished product yet, but in terms of when sort of the light went on from him, when did you see that? Because he's been playing with a lot of confidence lately.
Yeah, well, I think that early in the season, we saw a lot of stuff. Missouri, Ole Miss, those games were really tough for the defensive players, especially the young ones. They saw about everything that, you could see from a formation and adjustment standpoint. But I think they learned a lot from it. And I think Malachi is the kind of guy that, he might make a mistake once, but when he learns, he's smart. He gets it right the next time. So the cumulative effect of those experiences, I think, has made him a lot more confident. And he's played really, really well for us. And I'm sure that he'll continue to improve. But we're certainly pleased with the progress that he's made to this point.
We'll go with Cecil Hurt.
Coach, obviously you had done some LSU prep earlier, but it's a quick turnaround for, I guess, a different, or at least a opponent you didn't know you were playing until Friday. Will it be a tough week of preparation because of that?
No, I really don't think so, because we actually practiced for them 3 days, 1 day in the bye week. And then on Monday and Tuesday, when we thought we were going to play, and the game got canceled. So we actually had 3 days of work with them. Not that players are going to immediately sort of recall all that stuff, but because we've had some experience with that, I think that'll be beneficial in, to how we put the plan together. I think it's important this time of year. Look, this would normally have been the 12th game of the season, and we're still going to have 2 games left. And if we're fortunate enough to have success in those games, a 3rd game in the SEC championship, and maybe more after that. So I think, we really got to try to take care of our team a little bit in terms of how we practice and how they recover and how we move forward with our team. So this is going to be a big game for us at LSU. It always is. They have a lot of really good players. I don't care what their record is. They have a lot of talented guys. We thought that, when we were preparing for them before. So I don't feel like this is going to be an abnormal week for us.
Okay, we'll finish up with Joseph Goodman from AL.com.
Hey, Nick. 2 questions. First, what were the circumstances when you were yelling at the TV?
When did you see me yell at the TV?
Oh, at the beginning in your opening statement, you mentioned yelling.
I think I did yell at the TV a couple times today. A couple times when we made some mistakes in coverage, a couple times when we missed some tackles, a couple times when Mac didn't throw the ball to the guy I thought he should have thrown it to. So I guess it was more than a couple. But I would like to ask you a question, because I don't know where you got your get up there, but I sure would like to get one like that. All that matching mask and yellow and gold. It looks good, man. It really looks classy. I like that look.
Well, there's a backstory to that. Maybe we can talk about it Speaking of backstories, could you fill me in on the elephant head behind you? What's the story there?
You have to talk to Miss Terry about that. She's a decorator in the house, and I'm actually in what we call our recruiting room. So this is the room that we actually added on to the house when we came here, so that when we had recruits and their parents, that we would have a room large enough that we could have 60, 70 people, and have breakfast, and little line dancing at night, little shoot pool, little play cards, develop relationships. So if you could see the whole room, there's quite a bit of Alabama paraphernalia around, and lots of pictures that represent, a lot of positive things that have happened here, whether they're trips to the White House or receiving national championship trophies. And I guess that elephant's just a symbol of who we are at Alabama.
All right, Coach. Thank you for the time, guys. That's all we've got. We'll have players here shortly. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.